All right, so credit goes to our engineer, Cale Garner, who was telling me about this concept called spider ballooning. And you have to forgive me. I'm sure a lot of you at home are sitting right now going, duh, Michael. Yeah, this happens every year. The amazing thing is right now, and I turned the tower camera there to try to get a shot of it. You would almost think out our back door, the guy wires that you see crisscrossing the tower right there, you would almost think that we put up Halloween decorations is what it looked like. It's the spiders that, as little spiderlings, Cale's right here in the studio with me. Cale, correct me if I'm right here, or wrong. Spiderlings, they climb as high as they can. They shoot the webs, and sometimes they just let the wind take them. Sometimes taking them hundreds of miles if they get caught in the jet stream. The other thing that I've noticed, Tanya, there's a whole lot more birds out there that were spider ballooning today. I feel like we should have a little Elton John Circle of Life in the background. When I walked outside, I'm like, that's a whole lot of birds than what we normally have. But yeah, they're, you know, for them, a little mid-afternoon snack, I guess. Had some cloud cover that's developed over 7th and Rangeline. It's been a delightful late morning, early afternoon though. 72 degrees is where we stand with our humidity dropping down to 66%. As high as 78 in Neodesha, still barely hanging on to the 70s in Monette and Cassville. And then we've got a whole bunch of 72s, just about no matter where you look right there through the central portion, Nevada, Pittsburgh, Joplin, and Miami, all chiming in at the 72 with a clear Skywatch storm tracker. We developed a little light cloud cover, but we've been void of any rain. You can almost tell where the low pressure is. Starts there just to the east, to the northeast of our counties, stretches all the way up to the Great Lakes. And speaking of the Great Lakes, that is exactly where that northerly jet stream comes off of, sweeps down here, grabs the moisture off the Gulf, and is giving the deep south a nice bout of thunderstorm activity along with monsoonal action still going on in Arizona. The big difference between now and last week is the Gulf moisture and where it's being pushed. You remember we talk about that precipitable water. Imagine standing in a 5-gallon bucket, goes straight over your head. That's how much water is in that column above you. You get to the purple and you get to the darker blue, and you're very, very dry. And that's pretty much where we are, as opposed to last week, where we're seeing colors reminiscent of what they're having right now in Mississippi, Alabama, and then portions of Georgia. And so when we throw up the severe thunderstorm risk map, you'll notice everything stays off to the east of us. Speaking of the east, let's talk about the Atlantic Basin really fast. While it's not a named storm, this is a system that we're watching because it's beginning to cluster up a little bit. It's not tightly formed, it's rather disorganized for the time being. But also, too, it's going to take a northwesterly track and eventually head toward the mid-Atlantic by the time we get to the weekend. We were already seeing some high 70s. Not going to be surprised if we don't throw an 81, 82 in for the western part of southeast Kansas. And as the cloud cover continues to develop, like over we saw 7th and Rangeline, keeps us out of the 40s overnight into early tomorrow. So as we get into Wednesday, this is where our chances for rain kind of expand. The counterclockwise motion kicking some scattered precipitation all the way to the western portion, and it just kind of spins right there. Certainly nothing severe nor anything to write home about. And then we got a warm up on our hands, 78, 88, 90, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Tanya, let's talk a little record keeping really fast. 88 and 90? Beginning of October? We gonna get close? No, actually we're not. On Thursday, our high predicted of 88, we'd have to get to 93 degrees that dates back to 1963. We'd have to have a repeat performance. Saturday's high is also 63 that dates to 1979. Psychologically, does that help? No record breakers.
All right, we'll take it.
No record breakers.
I didn't want to break one anyway, as you know. All right, thanks, Michael.